I was watching the International, Talon vs BetBoom, Game 1 specifically, and noticed something weird. Something I haven't thought about before. I saw a core Dazzle pick up a Trusty Shovel. If you've never played this new Dazzle core, maybe that's not weird. Dazzle is a hero that can reduce cooldowns, and Shovel pops out a funny gumball prize every time you press the button, so it makes sense that you'd want it. But on a core Dazzle, you have a lot of other options. Arcane Ring gives you an extra Shadow Wave every minute. Fairy Trinket makes Poison Touch cost 7 less mana. Pig Pull gives a whopping 10.5 damage and 35 HP. While Tumblers and Broach both give you enough mana to get a whole extra grave out, and hell, honestly, I'd take a Cult Bracelet over the Shovel usually. Dazzle is desperate for mana. You'll constantly see pros shipping out Clarities, but a Trusty Shovel? What kind of impact does that item actually have to a Dazzle core? I wanted to find out. In the Talon vs BetBoom game, GPK uses the Trusty Shovel a total of 13 times. He picks it up at 8 minutes 40 seconds, uses it 3 seconds later, and then as long as he's not interrupted or rotating, uses it basically whenever it's off cooldown. He isn't spamming bad juju, he's not maximizing his uses, just using it normally, trying to get his ags. He ends up putting the Shovel down, basically the instant T2 neutral spawn at 1706, and that's the last we see of it. In those 9 minutes, he used the item 13 times, received 2 bounty runes, 3 Kobold companions, and 4 of each the mangoes themselves. You can't sell the consumables, but they do give you resource to sustain, and that helps him while jungling. So in total, GPK received 159 gold, 99 from the 2 bounties at 8 and 11 minutes, and 60 from the 3 kobolds at 9, 11, and 13. Those 2 bounties, however, generated 495 gold for the entire team, which is a significant amount. If he had gotten a third at 15 minutes, that alone would have been an extra 315 gold for the team. Cool. So what can you actually expect from the item when you pick it up then? Well, if you get it at 7 minutes and keep it until 17, you'll get 15 uses and can expect 2.4 bounty runes, 4.2 kobolds, 4.2 salves, and 4.2 mangoes. The kobolds grant you Prospector's Aura, which nets you a nice 20 GPM while it's alive and in range, so stop using it to tank towers, you fucking dingus. And it has the lifespan of 1 entire minute, so enjoy your 20 gold. 4.2 kobolds is going to net you about 84 gold. The consumables can't be sold, but they do generate resources, so I've included those as well. Now for the part that you actually care about, the bounty runes. Because the chance of digging one up is only 16%, while the rest of the outcomes are a chunky 28%, there's not an even weight to getting a bounty rune compared to anything else. Meaning, you get an average of 2.4 runes, while you can expect 4 of everything else. Remember, these are averages. It's possible, just super unlikely, that you'll get 15 bounty runes. If you do get 15 bounty runes, do not go outside, because you will have spent all of your luck in Dota 2, and will invariably be struck by a bus. That means 2.4 bounty runes nets you an average of between 108 and 189 gold, depending on when you get them. But that's just what you get. What about your team? In total, that bounty generates between 225 and 315 gold across the team. You get 2 of those, and we're talking a 500 net worth increase, up to 630. You're buying everyone on your team a free Ring of Protection. Wow, it actually sounds a lot less impressive when you put it that way. Now, just for fun, what if you, the Dazzle player, just spam the fuck out of your ultimate to try to get as much of these as possible? Well, I personally like to use my ult 2 to 3 times anymore, and
you die.
I mean, it costs too much, so that's where I draw the line. So what if you used it 2 to 3 times every time your shovel was off cooldown? Well, you'd cut 9 seconds off of every shovel, dropping the cooldown to 30, meaning you get 19 uses, which nets you 5.32 kobolds, 5.32 mangoes, 5.32 salves, and for the meme bounty runes, you would get 3.04 of them, netting you between 136 and 189 gold. While your team, however, would receive between 675 and 945 total gold. You know in pro games where the little UI thing next to the team has that tiny little less than 1k net worth difference thingy? That's that. That's you, just from the shovel. Wow! So, is it worth it? Well, based on everything I've calculated, Pirate Hat is better.